Hello, it's Donna here, and I wanted to chat with you a little bit about the concept of regret. Um, we've all regretted something in our life, and I think it's something we don't talk enough about. Um, so I wanted to kind of dissect some things. I once heard a wise man say that you don't regret the things that you do, you regret the things that you don't do and leave undone or incomplete. So if you think about that, we've all made mistakes and we've all learned. They've been lessons. But things that you didn't accomplish or didn't do, you don't really know what the outcome would be. And you also don't know, like, if you would have made a different decision, right? Your life could have taken a whole different course or trajectory, right? So, um, think I can think back to some things that I regret. And what I mean by regret, in this case, is financially. So we're going to dive deep in this, and we're not going to take too much time, but I'm going to share two examples for me. One would have been Amazon. So believe it or not, I knew about Amazon for at the pretty close to the beginning, and I'll tell you how. When I was in college, you used to go every semester and go buy your college books. Most of your college books were about $100. They're probably way more now. But when you got your college book, you paid $100, and at the end of the semester, you could either sell it back to the college bookstore, or most likely it could have been obsolete because they like to use them once and be done. But so when you sold it back, you would only get like 25%. So if your book was $100, you're getting $25. And usually it wasn't cash, it was like a credit to the bookstore. Um, and then they would turn around and sell your used book for like 80 bucks, and make a double profit. It's just so crazy. Anyway, so students got hip to that, and they started, it's rough out here for college students. So they started hanging uh, little flyers and pictures of the book. If you need a political science book by, I don't know, whatever professor, Dr. James, blah, 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 you would tear this little thing off and you would call that person. But then somebody, kind of got around campus. There's this thing called Amazon. And I actually had an Amazon account where I could sell on there years ago. And I would sell my books on there because I would get a better rate selling my book on Amazon than I would get from the bookstore. So, while I'm getting $25 a book in the bookstore, I could sell it online for about $60 and still make a better profit and be able to do whatever I wanted with the cash and not have a credit. So fast forward, I was sitting here thinking like, well, before I fast forward, I was sitting here thinking like, why is this person selling, of all things, books? I'm like, nobody's reading. I know the numbers about people reading, and it's just really not that high. I knew so many college students that didn't even read half of the material that they got. I mean, they'd browse through it and that'd be about it. But uh, yeah, it's just crazy because, I was thinking they should be selling something other than books. The books is just not where it's at. If he was selling something else, I could see investing in this. Y'all hear me? Big mess up. Big mess up. Big regret right there. Um, the other one I knew about at pretty close to its inception is Bitcoin. I used to be looking online for opportunities, be looking online for this and that. And somebody said, mining, Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin mining. Now, I didn't know this person very well, so which made me a little bit cautious as to, you know, connecting with them and doing any business with them, because this was some years ago when you didn't have Zoom technology and all that kind of stuff. So you would have had to just, you know, go, step out on faith with the person and hope that they weren't a scammer. But I knew about Bitcoin mining when it was like pennies on the dollar. And had I figured it out and kind of learned how to invest in that at that time, I would have done really well. And had a sizable amount of money. So my question to you is, what is your missed moment when it comes to investing? When it comes to, your future, I'm not talking about so much I married this person and it didn't work out, but maybe there's something there. I'm talking about from a business perspective. What did you miss out on because you didn't act at the right time? You didn't, you made an excuse. You made your life an excuse, or you just didn't inform yourself. You didn't educate yourself on something enough to really know about the industry. So what is that moment for you? And please share it, because I am interested in learning, and I'm interested in seeing the different experiences people have had. But that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and y'all take care.